Do you sometimes feel that you're chasing somebody else's version of success? This is what we're going to talk about today. So we're living in this world where we've got access to unlimited amounts of information, which is awesome, but also pretty crushing as well. Because what we now do is compare ourselves to the best versions of everybody else that we see out there. And what we do is we take a snippet from what we see and we go, this business, this MSP, well, they're doing really well. They've got exposure everywhere. They look like they're taking over. They're acquiring other businesses. What are they doing? I want to go and replicate that. So what we do is we look at that and go, I'm going to focus on growth because this is what everybody's doing. Let's look at EBITDA. Let's look at revenue. Let's look at all these things. But if you ask yourself if that actually talks to what it is that you're trying to achieve, because that's a really important part. And if we understand whether we want a lifestyle business, that's okay, that's fine. But if you want a lifestyle business and then you're going to put a target of increasing revenue or getting to $1 million, at the moment you're about 450,000, that's going to come at a cost. And that cost is going to be your time and probably some capital, maybe some investment. You're going to lose some control in the business, which means that your lifestyle business is no longer your lifestyle business. You're now working for somebody else. So everything comes with ramifications, and it all boils back to understanding what puts a smile on your face, what makes you happy, why do you turn up? So there's loads of warning signs that you're kind of falling down this path and you're actually building something that you don't want to build. And we can overcomplicate it, but we can just be really straightforward here. And you know whether you're the same person that you were, whether you're turning up to work with a smile, whether you're looking at things with positivity or you're looking at things with negativity, cup half full, half empty kind of thing, whether you're making reactive decisions rather than responsive decisions. There's so many elements here, but ultimately what it is, am I happy? Am I the same person? Am I feeling fulfilled? And it sounds wet and fluffy, but this is what we need. This is what tenure is all about, is fulfillment. And if we don't have that, it's a recipe for disaster. So the warning sign is, are you the same person that you were 6 months ago? So there could be other warning signs as well outside of the work life, because we're present and fulfilled, full of purpose in the work that we're doing. We go home and we can leave work at work and we can have home at home. And the people around us at home are the people who know us better, and they're going to maybe see it before you see it. You know, you look tired, shoulders are dropped, your energy, maybe you're going to bed later, maybe you're getting up later in the morning. I think there's a thing, actually, it was Conor Fagan actually said this a while ago on a podcast, and it stuck in my head. And he said, if you struggle going to sleep at night, you're worried about cash, you're worried about money. If you struggle waking up in the morning, you've got a problem with purpose. And it's true, really, if you think about it. Every single day, I see businesses that are baked in confusion. There's just so much, I don't know what we should be doing, and then we're going to just regress to the things that they're comfortable with and that's always worked for them. And this is, again, this paralysis of information out there. And if we're not really understanding as to not just the journey as to where we're trying to get to, but how we're going to get there and what it is that we're accountable and where we come into it, this is a symptom I see from the back of deploying a wrong framework. Is your team gets disenfranchised, and that becomes very difficult for your use case as a business leader to be able to get people on your side for your new initiatives. And I think it's important to understand different ways of doing things, but off the shelf, I don't think most of them work. That's my opinion. We're all entitled to it. That's my opinion. The reason is, if every business was the same, then we wouldn't need multiple businesses. We'd need one business for every sector. But every business is not the same. We've all got different challenges, whether it's geographic or political or environmental or whatever it is. We've all got different challenges. And what we need to do is understand our challenge. We need to understand the people that we're serving and what it is that we're trying to do. And I know this is all, well, how do I do that? And how do I do that? We need to work it out. This is a big part of the journey, is that we make it our journey, not somebody else's journey. This is your journey. Let's say this is you. Let's say you realize and have had this epiphany that you have built the business and that you don't enjoy. You built something that you don't like. What do I do? Well, the primary thing that we need to go and do is we need to talk. We need to verbally reason with people around us. Most of us, if not all of us, have got people around us in some way, shape or form. We might have our partner, our wife, our husband. We've got our parents, our kids even, we've got our friends. They don't need to have the context of everything that you're thinking about. They just need to listen. Because actually, the pragmatism of somebody who hasn't got the context is sometimes more important than somebody else who's going through it. If you haven't got those people around you, there's an endless amount of people out there that can help you. But ultimately, talk. So hopefully now you know why clarity matters. Clarity is very important to the business. We talk about this kind of thing in our newsletter, link below.